Want to explore places outside the US to escape the harsh winters and possibly stay? Have you been to places that you thought, I could stay here. I may not want to go home? I felt the same way. There's a lot of fear based information on where you should stay or visit as an American. I want to address this video that I recently saw on YouTube that said why Peru is a better option than Colombia for American expats by Travel Spanish with Claire. The video talked a lot about crime-based crime statistics. Ooh, they're killing people, they're robbing people. Well, there's a whole lot of large cities that do the same thing in the good old US of A. And we're not telling people not to go to New York City, are we? But I will say this, don't make yourself a victim. No flashy jewelry, no having your phone out, taking pictures and not paying attention to your surroundings. That's just careless in any big city that you go to. So, in the event that you want to visit Colombia, like I do, for the third time, let me tell you about the good things about Medellin, Colombia, and specifically. Welcome to my channel. My name is Anita, aka Global Granny. I am a single solo traveler that have traveled internationally for the last 2 years. This channel will be about my process of selecting another country to call my home base as I travel around the rest of the world. Whether you're traveling solo by yourself, or whether you're traveling just to be a snowbird, or you're trying to find that new location, the techniques that I use may help you find your next location. So let's focus on something a little bit different. My approach is kind of like dating. I call it country dating. So I highlight the things that I want. I want to do, I want to see, I want to experience. There's criteria for me finding my next place that I want to live. So I ask myself questions, things like, what do I enjoy doing? How do I want to spend my day? Do I want to be in a beach city? Do I want to be in a place that has a lot of museums? What about the must haves of my environment? Do I want it to be mountainous? Do I want it to be in a rural area? Do I enjoy nature? How about the transportation? Buses, trains, trams, inexpensive Ubers, things like that. Let's look a little bit deeper into Medellin, Colombia, because it might fit into my criteria. So we'll see. I have two non negotiables when I look at countries, things that they must have: great weather. And by great weather, I mean 45, 85 degrees. That's great weather to me. Not too hot, not too cold. Medellin is known as a city of eternal spring. So that weather makes it a 10 out of 10 for me. Walkability means 2 to 5 minutes, I can get to restaurants, I can get to coffee shops, I can get to grocery stores and enjoy the process because it's not too hot and I can walk everywhere I want to be. The other thing that came up, specifically because I was in Medellin, was the vibe. I added that to my top places to eliminate all the countries that I could ever possibly live in because the vibe is pretty amazing. It's something that you feel. I had three really interesting experiences in Medellin, Colombia. I rented an Airbnb, $500 a month for the month of January, and the bed was so hard I could barely sleep. And I messaged the host the next day to ask if he had another room that I can rent or a mattress cover or mattress pad or something to make it more comfortable. Sadly, he did not. So he actually refunded me my money and only charged me for the night that I stayed. No one does that, but he did. The second host I had, when I called and said, hey, I just rented your place, but I got a question for you. Is your bed comfortable? Because I'm in this place now, and the bed was really uncomfortable, and I really need a good night's sleep. He said, ma'am, I assure you the bed is comfortable. So he said, if you can wait till 5 o'clock, I will come and pick you up. I said, absolutely, I can wait till 5 o'clock. I was in Morelos and wasn't sure how to get there. But when he found out where I was, he said, I'll just come pick you up. 5 o'clock, he came to pick me up. To my surprise, he rented an Uber to pick me up. He did not have a car. I didn't know he didn't have a car till he showed up. Amazing. Talk about random acts of kindness. Here's another one. First night, first day I was there, I went walking looking for a vegan restaurant that I had found online, and it started to rain. I didn't have an umbrella with me, so I stood on an awning of a restaurant that was closed across the street with a big exito, but I didn't make it across the street. I just stood there and waiting for the rain to subside. A young man comes up and he has an umbrella. I have survival Spanish. He has very good fast Spanish. So he asked me in Spanish if I wanted to go, was I going across the street? I knew what he was saying about that part, but the get up under my umbrella part, I knew because he did this and he did this. I took his elbow and we proceeded to go across the street together. That was amazing. Doesn't happen often, never happened before, never happened since. But those are things that happened in Medellin, Colombia. Really nice people, really nice people. So, in the comments below, let me know what you think. What is your place? What do you want in a country? What are you looking for from an atmosphere perspective? Put those in the comments. So, as we move forward in my whole journey of trying to find my new place, I've gone through several different countries. In the next video, I'll be highlighting another country that I've gone to. If this sounds like something that you want to know more about, or you want to follow along and come up with your criteria for your countries, hear what I have to say about these other countries, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, leave me comments, check the like button as I go on to my next country. In the next video, the other country that I'll be talking about is Spain. I hope to see you there.